Hi, I'm Nicole, and I have signed up for a new food subscription box. I don't know if you've been aware of it or not, but I have been doing the HelloFresh subscription box and enjoying that very much. One of my neighbors had a coupon code to try Gobble, so this showed up. And the difference between HelloFresh and this is that rather than being between 30 and 40 minutes to prepare the meal, this is a 10-minute meal. So things have been par cooked and a little bit more prepared. With HelloFresh, you're getting the whole onion, you're getting, all the little bits and pieces, you're chopping your fresh herbs. So it's a little bit more time intensive in that way, but they've been fabulous. So now I'm dying to see what it is when I only have 10 minutes to cook. In this box, I have the barbecued meatloaf with macaroni and cheese, the Japanese chicken curry with jasmine rice, and my last item is sun-dried tomato gnocchi with roasted artichoke hearts and cherry tomatoes. And again, this is the type where you can skip weeks, you can have it for 4 people, for 2 people, and the cost for this is $70 for 3 meals for 2 people. But I will have a coupon code below that I do get credit if you use it, but you will get a discount. So just like my neighbor, when I use theirs, they get some sort of discount on their next box because I signed up. So let's see what's inside. So I can read this backwards. Barbecued meatloaf. So I see some mac and cheese, and it looks like it is cooked already. So I guess I just have to heat that up. This looks like barbecue sauce. And breadcrumbs and cheddar. I bet this is for topping off that yummy looking mac and cheese. And here are some green beans. And they seem like they're already a bit cooked. And then this is some sort of a sauce. So this must be for the meatloaf too, I'm just guessing. And yeah, really, it just tells you on here, like, I will need a saute pan with a lid, another saute pan, and a wooden cooking spoon. And then it tells you what to do. This is a Japanese chicken curry bag. And let's see what's in here. Ooh, some nice chopped onions, so I don't have to do any chopping. This is kind of that shrink-wrapped rice. Oh, vegetables, and these are already soft, so they're already pre-cooked for me. So I think this kind of a dish is more of an assembly process, and then the sauce. And the meats, there are little freezer packs here, so the meats are going to be under there, I'm sure. And then my last bag here, this is the gnocchi bag, and in it there is some crumbled cheese. There's some crumbled cheese and some basil. Now, the basil is a little bit bruised looking, but I've got my own basil plant, so that's okay. Some gnocchi that looks really nicely homemade. And here are the tomatoes and the artichokes. And this looks like some sort of a sun-dried tomato type of sauce. And let's see, got a bunch of freezer packs here. And buried under here is my chicken and my meatloaf. So I'm going to start out by making the chicken curry today. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you know that they do say that they're strong believers in the motto, you are what you eat, and each Gobble recipe contains locally sourced fresh produce, all natural, hormone-free proteins, and the finest spices and herbs. So that is good. And also on these recipes, they will tell you, like this one says, that this recipe is nut-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. So, they do say on here those types of things if you have any dietary requirements. So let's get started. Now the recipe told me that I would need a 10-inch or larger pan, tongs, and a wooden spoon. Mine isn't wooden, but it's basically the substitute for that. And I need some olive oil, and I'm going to add my chicken breast in. And it is pre-sliced, so how handy is that? Boy, I'll tell you, if these taste good, fresh meals that are this easy would just be a godsend. So I have added in my chicken breast, and I am going to kind of separate the chunks that they've got here. And then they told me to go ahead and season it with salt and pepper. Okay, so far the only items I have needed of my own are salt, pepper, and olive oil. Salt. Pepper. And now we just saute. Since I'm cooking, you're gonna see this guy in the video once in a while because he is very interested when I'm cooking. This is Scout. Scout, can you say hello? Well, anyway, if you hear him walking around or him crunching, he tends to want to go eat his food when I'm cooking. Okay, so I washed my hands since I just touched my dog. And now I'm going to add green onions in here for about 45 seconds. And how lovely for me. They're pre-chopped. I also have to say, I think it's a really fun name, Gobble. All right, so while I saute these for 45 seconds, I'll tell you about one of my favorite books. Have you ever read Bitter's the New Black? If you want to laugh so hard, that is just such a funny book. It's by Jen Lancaster, and she actually now has a whole bunch of books. That one came out several years ago. It was her first book. It's a scream, and I'm actually hoping to reread it this summer. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off of the heat, and I'm going to add the curry base. Okay, so here goes the curry base, and oh, I have to say it smells heavenly. It smells like my favorite Indian restaurant. Yummy! My favorite thing is, you know the cauliflower with the potatoes that they do? Oh my gosh. And the yellow curry sauce. Delicious. Okay, so I'm supposed to gently stir this. And what am I supposed to do next? Okay. Simmer and stir gently for 1 minute. Okay, I don't know why I had to take it off the heat to do that, but anyhow. And then I'm going to, after the minute, stir in my carrots, sweet potatoes, and yams for about 2 minutes. Good. Well, let's get this going for 1 minute. I'll be back then so you don't have to watch it cook. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the vegetables. Gosh, this is so easy. And then it just has to simmer for a couple minutes. And while that's happening, I am going to take care of the rice, which sounds like I kind of just have to microwave it. Smells really good. So I've got the rice now. I'm just going to go ahead and put half of it into this other bowl. It's just my husband and I tonight. The kids are not here. So this is perfect to have for the two of us. And nice because it was a work night to just be able to make it. And I mean, it's really been about 10 minutes. So gotta like that. And I did switch, I don't know if you noticed, but I did switch from my original spoon that I was sauteing with to the other spatula later in the game to avoid cross-contamination because I started with a raw chicken with that. So just in case you're wondering why I switched, most of you probably knew that, but in case there are any new cooks out there. Okay, so here is the final product. I'm just gonna hold one up because that's kind of awkward. These are very big bowls, so this is definitely a meal for one person. So let's see how it tastes. Let me try to get a bite of everything. This is very good. It reminds me of if you did go out to eat. It tastes like restaurant quality food, a lot of flavor. It tastes fresh, not processed. So I give this one a yay. This is a thumbs up. I really like this one, so we'll see how the other two are. So the description of this recipe is our flavorful Japanese curry is made completely from scratch with roasted chicken stock, curry paste, caramelized onions, a blend of spices, tart apple cider, and a touch of butter for richness. Savory, slightly sweet and aromatic, the smooth curry is filled with a tender, succulent chicken breast and a vegetable medley of sweet potatoes, yams, carrots, and scallions. Serve with steamed jasmine rice for delightfully comforting Asian-style dinner. And it really does taste awesome. Let's see what the hubby thinks. So the husband just took a bite and he thinks it's really, really good, so yay. It's meatloaf time. The first thing I'm going to do is take the 2 tablespoons of water that I put in this pan and heat it up. And then I'm just going to put the pre-made meatloaf. These look like they're about, gosh, 2 inches thick. And it feels like it weighs, I don't know, at least a pound, maybe a pound and a half. So this is quite a bit. Now that the water is slightly steaming, I'm going to add the meatloaf in. Let me grab a fork. It's covered with, oh wow, I see. They're 2 pieces each. Oh, so this is 4 pieces of meatloaf. So this is 4 pieces of meatloaf. Okay, whoa. I need to split these puppies apart. So now that I've got the meatloaf in here, I'm supposed to cover it with either a lid or with foil and let it steam for a minute or two. And then I'm going to turn it over in just a minute. The meatloaf's been steaming for about 2 minutes, so I'm going to turn it over now. I make meatloaf a lot, actually. I've got a great recipe for it, so I'll be interested to see what this tastes like. The meatloaf is done steaming. I'm going to go ahead and remove the lid. And I'm supposed to smother it with the barbecue sauce that I have in this cute little bottle. So this is still cold, though, from being in the fridge. The sauce, that is. Let me just smooth that out a bit. It smells really good, so hopefully it will taste delicious. We did really like the Indian food from last night, the chicken curry we made. All right, now I'm supposed to turn off the heat and set the pan aside. I might just keep this little bottle. This is kind of handy if you have to bring a little salad dressing somewhere. Okay, you may have noticed that earlier I had a different pan out, but I went ahead and I read the directions, and this is going to have to go under the broiler. So I needed to make sure that I had a pan that was safe to put under the broiler, and this is all metal stainless, and it's made for that, so I can. The other one I had can only go up to about 450 degrees, and we're going to broil, it's probably going to be closer to 500. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to take out my, cheesy sauce here for the mac and cheese. So the first step for this is just to add the sauce that they have here and put it into the pan. So this looks very rich and creamy. Not health food. Throw green beans with us, right? That'll fix it. Green beans, yeah. Now I'm going to warm this up. And then next I'll be adding in the pasta. This is going to heat up really fast because this is a really hot burner. So I'm going to get my pasta ready. It's that silicone stuff. So something to stir it with. In the meantime, I will get my, this is, I can't tell, it's like shrink wrapped. What's really nice is I'm not having to dirty a lot of pans. I mean, really just two, so that's really nice. I'm kind of starting to get spoiled by this pre-cooked stuff. So once this is hot, I'll go ahead and add the pasta. One day I'll have to do a video where I bake my favorite cake in the world. It's super easy and everybody loves it, and it seriously takes 5 minutes and everyone's like, oh, you baked a cake. I'll have to share that one with you. Actually, there are two like that. One's chocolate and one is sherry wine. Okay, this has come to a simmer now. I'm seeing some little bubbles. So I'll add my pasta in. Oh, geez, I'm making a giant mess. Mixing my noodles in. Supposed to do this for about a minute. Pasta is. It's actually little curly cues. Let me snag one. So, oh no, don't drip. Isn't that cute? Whoa, uh-oh. Oh darn, I have to try it now. Oh, that sauce is delicious. Wow, that's good. Now that I've sauteed this for about a minute, I will add the cheese. I'm gonna break this up and mix it in. So I think I'm going to just make a little spinach salad with some tomatoes to serve along with this. We'll have a very nice complete meal. Now that I have this all hot and simmery, the cheese is melted in, I'm going to add the panko breadcrumbs to the top and turn off the heat. And then it goes under the broiler in the oven. So here go the breadcrumbs. I think this is going to be delicious. I just love macaroni and cheese when it has a breadcrumb topping, and panko is so crispy. It's just the best. This looks like it has some nice herbs in it too. All right, so this is what it looks like so far, and I will put it in the oven now. While I have that in the oven for a few minutes, I'm just going to take the green beans, put them in this microwavable container, and microwave them for about 1.5 minutes. So I really like vegetables. I wish there was a little bit more of this, just because I like vegetables a lot. But I'm making a salad, so it'll be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to put the mac and cheese under the broiler. I couldn't put it on the very top shelf because the pan wouldn't fit. And then the meatloaf goes underneath it. And the mac and cheese stays in for 2 minutes and the meatloaf for 4 minutes.
Is it videoing?
Yes.
Videoing? Hi, is it videoing?
Yes, stop now, you dork.
I taste that one noodle. It's sticking up so it's not pretty anyways. Oh,
Wait, let me video it.
Yeah! Video what?
You're stealing it.
Usually I like that I'm getting Taco Bell.
Okay. Be quiet a minute, I'm playing.
It's videoing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
Oh my god, seriously.
Ah, my eyes. I'll eat food.
So now Danielle and Scout want to be in the video.
Oh, my dog's trying to kill me.
Okay, so here are the final products. The steamed green beans. They have no seasoning at all because that's how they said to do them. But I guess there's probably going to be enough with the meatloaf. And I already showed you the mac and cheese. I'll have to just zoom in on that or something because I don't really want to burn my hands off because I was under the broiler. And I don't know where I put my oven mitt right now. So I'm going to plate that up. And it's kind of cute. They actually tell you in their instructions how to plate it. They say spoon the macaroni and cheese off center on your plate and arrange the meatloaf and green beans beside. So they're trying to show you how to make it look pretty. Let's see if my plate looks like that. So here is the final plate. So I think that looks pretty darn good. And let's see how it tastes. This is a lot of food. This is way too much food for me. So I would think that this particular recipe would feed 3 people if you're not starving, because I couldn't eat all this. So here's the taste test. Mmm, very good. And really good barbecue sauce too. Yum. Let's try the mac and cheese. Mmm, very nice. I think I might add a little bit of black pepper to this and maybe a little extra Parmesan, but that's very good too. So let's see what the green beans are like.
You failed.
Stop it. Okay, she's sitting here watching me do this. She won't be in my video, but she's happy to laugh at me. They're crisp, not overdone, not mushy, so these are good. So overall, I think this is really good, and it really did only take about 12 minutes to make. So, and the dog is sitting here begging. My little helpers. So anyhow, I think this one's a win, and definitely a lot more food than the chicken curry. The chicken curry was delicious, but really, I was pretty hungry, so I ate almost my entire bowl. My husband ate his whole bowl. No! So we'll see what the gnocchi's like tomorrow. I was just editing my Gobble video, and I was looking for the last part with the gnocchi in it, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know what I did with that last clip. I might have accidentally deleted it. I'm not quite sure. So I just wanted to wrap up the video and tell you the gnocchi was incredible. They were really big, chunky, just the best consistency of gnocchi. I mean, like a high-end restaurant, very homemade. The flavor was fantastic, and often they don't have a lot of flavor. Often they're kind of flavorless. This had great flavor. The sauce was absolutely to die for. The only thing is that you just got, honestly, like this much. But it's so rich, it really did fill you up. I actually couldn't even finish it. At first I was like, this is it? This is it for dinner? You know, and you have to make a salad or something with it. It doesn't come with a vegetable. I think that would have been nice if they just thrown, you know, just some sort of simple vegetable with it. But, you know, you can make that on your own too, and like 5 minutes. So at first I was like, how is this going to fill me up? Because I was pretty darn hungry. And you know what? I couldn't even finish it. I had like 3 or 4 left over that I ate the next day just as a snack. And my husband absolutely loved it too. So that was an absolute thumbs up. You know, yay for the gnocchi. I would totally order that again. It was honestly as if you went to a really high-end Italian restaurant where they made their own homemade gnocchi. So overall, I really like the Gobble program. I like that it just took 10 minutes to make. You know, some of the other subscription programs, you're making things from scratch, they're fresh, and that's wonderful if you have the half hour to 40 minutes to do it. But this was so much more of an assembly, and you kind of felt like you were cooking, so it wasn't like just heating something up, you know what I mean? So I would definitely use the service again and recommend it. I think it was really good quality and fantastic flavor. So if you've got Gobble in your area, you should try it out. I've got a code below that will give you, I think I got my whole first box for free from someone else's code. Maybe they've changed now, I don't know, look on their site, but I do have a referral code that you can use. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are.